But our forefathers were polygamous in nature.
Because the society allowed them to do that, did it make it right?
But this is what we grew up to meet.
Is it right? Do you think the women were happy with it? You think a woman will be happy that her husband is not only marrying a second wife, third wife, but he goes to have sexual affairs with them because she doesn't talk? Or why do you think men should always have this superiority entitlement? Men are polygamous in nature. Who made them polygamous in nature?
So what about Jacob, David, Solomon, especially Solomon?
Why are you looking at the wrong examples? What about Isaac? Isaac did not have more than one wife, despite the fact that for 20 years, he and Rebekah couldn't get a child. He didn't have a second wife. He only had one wife throughout. Now, you're not looking at good examples. You want to follow bad examples. You're looking at David, you're looking at Solomon. What about Isaac? And there are other people also that did not have more than a wife. Even our forefathers that you talked about. It's not all our forefathers that had many wives. There were a lot of men way back that had only one wife. My great-grandfather had only one wife. And I know a lot of people in that generation that had only one wife. I had great-uncles that had only one wife. So why are you always looking at the wrong examples? Why are you always looking at the bad examples? Why don't you follow the good example? A corrupt tree will always produce corrupt fruits. And a good tree will always produce good fruit. Why don't you try to be a good tree so that you can produce good fruit? Why do you want to be a bad tree because some people are bad and you want to follow them? Okay, people steal every day. Why don't you come and tell me that because people steal, then it's not wrong to steal, then you go ahead and steal? So why are you giving those examples? Why don't you look at the good examples in the scriptures?
But polygamy is not a sin. God allowed it.
Now, because God allowed it does not mean it is God's will. It was never God's will for a man to have many wives. Look at it. For this reason shall a man leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, not his wives. And the two shall become one. That's God's will. It's not good for a man to be alone. I'll provide one help suitable for him. That's God's will. So why did God make only one woman for Adam? Why didn't God make like 34 women for Adam? Why only one? Look at good examples. It is not God's will, but he allows it. And the Bible says it too, that Paul said it, that is not everything that is lawful, that is expedient. Do you know how many women, first wives, have entered into emotional distress just because the husband went to get a second wife? Do you know how many women have they have mental case right now because the husband went to get a second wife? Look at good examples now.